Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be giving you some tips on where you can stay in Disney, like best location, best price, or just any advice that I have for you to help decide which resort you should stay at. Disney has 33 resorts, so it's kind of hard to narrow it down to one when there are so many good options. The first two things I always consider is price and location. I also think about, is it just going to be a bed, or do you want to use the hotel amenities or whatever you call it, like the pool? Do you want to go to the restaurants? Do you just want to chill on your balcony? Stuff like that. So let's talk about the value resorts first. There's 5 of them. So there's Pop Century, Art of Animation, All-Star, Sports, Movies, and Music. The All-Star resorts are usually the cheapest ones just because they haven't been renovated yet. I've heard that some of them have been, but I haven't stayed in a renovated room yet. And then Pop Century, which is my favorite, I would be like the second highest, and then Art of Animation would be the highest because it's newest. On the Disney website it says they start at $99 a night, but I haven't ever seen it that low. That would be really cool. I've only seen it, maybe the lowest is like $120, $125, but you still have to pay for parking and taxes. So before I even get excited about booking anything, I always like add to cart, add up all the tax and the parking fee, and then I see if I want to do it. The All-Star resorts are in the Animal Kingdom area, and Pop Century and Art of Animation are in the Worldwide Sports area. So they're a little far away from the parks, but it's really not that big of a deal. To me, at least, I don't mind to ride the buses. Of course, I don't have like toddlers in strollers or any of that. So it makes it easier when it's just me and my family and my boyfriend, and that's okay. The thing with the value resorts is there's no table service restaurants. So if you wanted that kind of experience, then you could stay at a moderate or a deluxe hotel. The pools are really nice at Art of Animation. They play music under the water, so that is really cute. That being said, the value resorts are definitely a good option if you're just going for like a day or two and you just need a hotel room, like you just need a bed to sleep in while you're going to the parks and stuff. I wouldn't say personally that they're really for like just chilling there, like chilling at the bar and stuff. They don't really have that kind of environment, but you could always get on a bus to go to Disney Springs, and then you can go to any hotel that you want, so you can still stay at a value and go to those resorts. And also the Skyliner is going to be up soon. I don't know when it said. I don't know if it said August or if that's just coming to my head, but it's gonna go through, I think, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna remember. It's going through a few different ones, but I know it's Pop and Art of Animation. I didn't write that down. If you have kids, I would highly recommend these resorts because the pools are fun, they have good quick service, and it's really themed with Disney. At the All-Star Movies resort, they have I think they have Toy Story and something else, I can't remember. They have a few, they have really good theming, and at Art of Animation they have like the Little Mermaid rooms, Lion King, they have Finding Nemo and Cars, I think, and that's really cute. I feel like the moderate and the deluxe hotels don't really have that much of a Disney like animated feel, so if you have toddlers and babies, if you have kids, I would recommend those. Moving on to the moderate hotels, there are 5 of them, and they are the Caribbean Beach Resort, the Port Orleans, which is Riverside and French Quarter, Coronado Springs, and the Fort Wilderness Cabins. I'm really surprised that the cabins at Fort Wilderness are in the moderate. I thought it was in the deluxe because you get like, is it 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom? I think it's 1 bedroom, and there's a kitchen and like a couch and a TV and all that stuff, and you're right next to Magic Kingdom, so you just have to take the boat over. So I was really surprised that it's in the moderate category instead of deluxe, so that's good. Both of the Port Orleans resorts are just a boat ride away from Disney Springs, so they're also really close to Epcot. They are my 2 favorites out of the moderate resorts. I don't like Caribbean Beach or Coronado Springs. I think they're really big, and I know they're going under construction right now, but I just don't like them. You have to take a bus around the resort just to get to like the front, and I don't know. It's not my favorite, but I do love Port Orleans. The theming again is really cute. They have amazing quick service and the restaurants are really nice. On the Disney website it says these rooms start at $198, but I've definitely seen them go lower. But now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it's just because I have an annual pass and I get the discount. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. So Caribbean Beach is in the Epcot area and Coronado is in Animal Kingdom area. Yeah. So like I said, if you just think about what parks you're going to and you want to stay close to those, definitely look at the location of the hotels. Duh. I think that's really important besides the price. Location is like second for me. Moving on to the deluxe resorts, which start at a whopping $363 a night, but I have been able to get it way cheaper than that, like every time I go. You also don't have to start with a deluxe resort, so let's say you book Pop Century to go a year from now, and then like 6 months down the line you're like, oh, maybe we should stay at the Caribbean resort, and you can just call up Disney and then have them trade you, and then you can like pay the difference. So it's kind of like a budget in a sense, like if your end goal would be like Grand Floridian, but you don't just want to pay all that out. Just pay for like Pop Century and then maybe go up a little bit more to the moderate and then go up one more to the deluxe. So we do that a lot. It really helps with paying everything off. It's kind of like you're paying in installments, but not really. I don't know. It's a good idea and we like to do that. Also, if you book a hotel and then you're looking online like a few months down the line and you see it's cheaper than what you actually paid for, you can call them and they'll change the price for you. So about the deluxe resorts, there's 8 of them. Are you ready? In the Magic Kingdom Loop, there's Contemporary, Grand Floridian, Polynesian, and Wilderness Lodge. That's 4. There's Animal Kingdom Lodge, obviously near Animal Kingdom, and Epcot, they have Boardwalk, Yacht and Beach Club. I should take tests on this stuff. Is there a Disney major? That would be really cool. These, of course, are my favorite resorts because how do you compare a value to a deluxe? No offense, but out of all of the deluxe resorts, the Wilderness Lodge is my favorite. If you saw my last video, I already talked about that enough. I love to stay at the deluxe resorts when we're going for a long time, which I know makes no sense because it would be more expensive that way. But you just get to sit in the resort and relax. The pools are so nice. I mean, the pools are nice, all of them, but I feel like in the value or moderate, there's a lot more kids, just for my own experience. If you're not concerned about going in and out of the parks and you just want to hang out, like the Grand Floridian is great. There's so much to do at all of those hotels when in comparison to the value or moderate hotels. Like Grand Floridian has a bunch of shops and restaurants and bars, and they have like 2 pools, there's a spa, there's a salon, there's so much to do. You can take the monorail around to go to all the other hotels. You can get into Magic Kingdom within like 5 minutes, you know, just get a boat or the monorail, and then if you're really hot and tired after an hour, you can come back and go in the pool. Like that's just like my ideal way to do everything. It gets really expensive, so I wish we could do it every time, but of course we can't. That would be really cool, but we usually do Pop Century is our favorite for the value. Like I said, if you're going to Hollywood Studios or Epcot and you stay at the Yacht and Beach Club or the Boardwalk, you can walk to both of them or take a boat. It's really convenient and there's so much to do there. On the Boardwalk especially, they always have something going on. There's a bunch of shops, restaurants, pizza places, ice cream. They always have like a mime going on, or like, what do you call it? Not a magician, like someone who just does tricks. I don't know, but it's like carnival themed and it's really cool. They have like a little club. It's like a piano bar there, which I've never been to, still waiting to go. That being said, you can even get to those hotels from your own hotel. Like it doesn't matter where you stay. If you just want to pay for the value resort, you can still do all the things at a deluxe resort. I know you could take like a minivan, or if you don't want to pay that, you can drive, obviously. Or go to Disney Springs and get on any of the resort buses that you want. That's always a free option. Or what I like to do, say that you're staying in like the Magic Kingdom Loop, I just go to Epcot, get the monorail to Epcot, and then walk to the back and then exit through like where Paris and England is. and then you're right through to the boardwalk and all that stuff. When I was looking on the Disney website, it tells you how many people booked that hotel within the last 24 hours, and Pop Century was definitely the most popular one on there, and that is usually always the one that goes first when I'm looking for value resorts. So if you want that, definitely check back constantly. What I usually do is I'll book like All-Star or something, and then 3 or 4 days before the trip I'll look again, and it's almost always available. That's how I get by with everything, especially when we go to Ohana, how you have to book that like usually months in advance. We get it like the night before, and that has always worked for us. We've always been able to get in. Actually, last time we booked it for like 10 o'clock at night because that's usually what comes out. I think there's usually like a 4 o'clock or a 10 o'clock option, but we chose the 10 o'clock. So anyway, fast forward, we got there at like 6 o'clock because we were so hungry and we were staying at the Floridian, so if they said we couldn't get in, we could just like walk back. But they said, oh yeah, it'll be ready in like 30 minutes, and we were like, okay. So that was really cool too. I don't know what that has to do with this video, but the moral of the story is you're always gonna have fun wherever you stay, and even if you can't afford those deluxe or moderate resorts, you can still get to them from your value resort. And like I said, I love Pop Century, and Art of Animation is really nice. It's just a little bit too expensive whenever I see it. Also, always keep in mind that there is now a parking fee, so it goes up based on if you're staying at a value, moderate, or a deluxe hotel, which didn't used to happen. I don't know why they implemented that rule, but whatever. And you can also stay at the Disney Springs Resort hotels. They're not on the Disney website, but if you just like look up Disney Springs hotels, they have a bunch there that are cheaper, and of course they don't have the amenities like Disney would do, but you can still make fast passes, reservations, and take the buses, and you can walk to Disney Springs. So if you like doing that, that's for you. I think that's all I have for today. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!